Hey guys, and welcome. Ooh, actually, let me fix this light before I even start. Welcome to Deku Tarot, guys, and welcome to your daily reading for the last day of 2019, December 31st. I know I said that a little bit backwards. Sorry, we actually just moved a bunch of things around in here, so I'm a little bit crooked here, but I think we're all good now. I know I haven't done a daily in a while, but it is the last day of the year, and unfortunately after this, I'm just going to be doing a weekly, and we'll probably go back to dailies once everything is calmed down. I just have a lot of people visiting and a lot going on up until the 10th of January, so it's going to be a crazy start to the year. Hopefully, or maybe not hopefully, you guys will be, hopefully your start to the year will be less crazy, but hopefully still filled with a lot. And I say that because if you've read your 2020 or if you've seen your 2020 videos yet, at least the ones that are up, 2020 is going to be a crazy year and it kicks off crazy. So I thought, let's finish this year out with one of my new oracle decks that I just got when I was actually out visiting friends and family. One of my best friends got me this wonderful power deck, and I've never seen it before, and I know that the lighting on the lives isn't that great, so I'll use it in the dailies as well when I'm not live, so you can probably see the colors and stuff of it a little bit better here. But it's called the Power Deck, and it's called the Cards of Wisdom. It's by Lynn V. Andrews. It comes with this nifty little book here that I still that actually corresponds with all of these cards, and it has some other really great affirmations and information in it. I have no idea where she found this, and I've never seen it before. I believe it was made in 1991, it says. So it's really interesting. Definitely check it out if you don't know it. Again, the Power Deck, the Cards of Wisdom by Lynn V. Andrews. Let me make sure I can see my chat. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's pull a card from this to start off the energy today. These are some really big energy cards. The imagery is just incredible. It's gorgeous. Hi. Happy end of the decade. Ooh, what is popping out right here? We get two. We're going to take them. These are really interesting cards. So again, I'll be using these in the dailies as well as monthlies just so you guys can get a better visual picture of them, because I know live is a little bit weird. So first one that I saw here was Gathering, number 26. I'm going to let you kind of look at this. The imagery, I know I have to I'm turning it this way so it doesn't blind you, but it is so beautiful. It's very reflective. As she goes down to gather some water here by the water, oh my God, by the stream. Gathering water by the water. So let's read what the book here says. They're new to me, so I am still using the book here, but it does feel like a very reflective card. As we gather our energy and our intentions for the new year, we could be really reflecting upon what has happened, how we've changed, what we've really learned in 2019. This is actually one of the North cards, representing the North. So let's see. Gathering. Life. Oh my God, I'm sorry. This book is hard to hold open here. This life is like the fulcrum on a scale of a balance. Your past and future lives determine the need for gathering strength in this life. There is reason for all the pain. As you gather knowledge from the infinite sea of consciousness and life experience, you begin to evolve. You fill the gourd of your spirit with knowledge so that one day it can be emptied and you may begin to gather wisdom. Become one with all life and consider the true importance of what you are gathering. So this is a really beautiful message, and I think that what a way to kind of kick off this reading, this end of the year reading, and Happy New Year to all of you. I don't think it's 2020 yet anywhere else in the world, but if it is and I'm wrong, happy 2020. We're going to go through all of the monthlies, like Aries, all the way through Pisces for January and for the year, but this is just going to be a daily reading here. So Trust is another card that we get here. I know I'm a little bit late on a lot of those readings. I've been away and I've been sick, and I can still tell I sound sick. So let's see. Trust is 7. So we're going to take a look at this guy. Sorry, I'm going to have to hold it kind of awkward here. I'm going to have to hold it sideways so I can actually read it. In love, there must be trust. Without trust, there is no love. Jealousy is an illness of the mind and heart. Trust lives in the lodge of your innocence. The Heyoka is a warrior of the Native American tradition who goes into battle backward on his horse with a broken lance, knowing that the Great Spirit will protect him. It is this kind of trust that you need. The imbalanced aspects of the patriarchal history reside like stone carvings within each of one of us. Welcome the new aspects of feminine power in your being, even though they may seem foreign. Trust in the ways of the power and of the great spirit. Know that you are made of power and live with trust in your heart. Thank you. I'm going to try to make it so that I can see all of my... I hate that these like kind of go away after a second. So hi everybody. If I didn't see, I say hi to you is because I was reading and I didn't see it, and these things like disappear after a second. But anyways, those are from the Power deck. And one way to start off the reading, I definitely feel like there's a lot of revelations as we close out the year in the middle, in between two eclipses. There has been, I don't know, everything has changed. I really don't know how to put that into words. I'm hoping that this deck here, my Egyptian Power deck here, my Egyptian deck, can help us out with its big messages. All right. Thank you. They are really unique and beautiful. They're very in-depth. I would say that they are not for new beginners with tarot. Either of the decks that I just got. Maybe the Journey to the Goddess Realm one that I'm going to show in a little bit has some lighter messages, but oh my god, of course that'd be the first card out. But that deck is definitely not a beginner's deck. It's definitely interesting. I've never seen or experienced a deck like that ever. So Lynn V. Andrews, again, the Power deck. If you can find it out there, let me know. If anyone else has it, let me know. Hi. High Life 420. I like that. All right, let's see. I'm a little bit sniffly still, so forgive me. And I just was visiting with my family for a long time, and I hope that all of you guys had a great time spending time with your family. And if it was difficult, which for some of us it is, I can relate in some ways. I hope that it wasn't too hard and that you were able to keep your cool, keep balance, and that everything went well, and that hopefully you get to spend some time with found family, people that you love and trust if you don't have a good relationship with yours. I'm really excited to spend some time with my found family. They're coming up in a couple days, and they're going to be staying till the end, or no, not to the end, oh my god, to like the end of the week pretty much, so I think like the 9th, which is why I'm not going to be able to put out dailies and some of the other readings until after. And I do apologize, but you do have to make time for family, friends, and to live your life and enjoy it too. Not that I don't enjoy this. I love what I do here. Got some interesting cards going on here. Of course you'd be out. Why would I expect anything less? Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry if I'm not answering all the chat. It's like they disappear on me for a second here. Let's see. Well, I hope so. I hope so. Ooh, let's see. All right, one more, and then we're going to start talking about them. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I know that card's going to come out in a different deck, so I'm not even going to try. Sometimes as a reader, you just know, hey, I will try to put a timestamp at the end, but I'm not going to be doing readings for each one of the signs for this, just because we're going to be doing, I'm still working on the 2020 reads, so keep an eye out for the rest of those. This is just a general read for the energy for today, just a fun daily reading, and then we get to go back to a weekly for the next week, and then I'll be back with dailies every day again, so don't worry. But your first card out here is a blank card. It's a blank card, and there are a few blank cards in this deck. I actually keep them in there because I do believe that they have a purpose. Because there is the, the classic, Egyptian tarot cards, and I always take, that little name card out. Thank you. People often say I sound and look like Selena Gomez, and I'm going to take that as a compliment, I think. I don't listen to her music, and I'll be a fan. I'm not really a fan of her music, but I think it's really nice, and I think she's super cute, so thanks. But anyways, this one is a blank card. And I feel that what a way to start, well, at least what a way to close out this chapter this year, because we have to start with a blank slate. And for a lot of people, that can be really hard. So try to focus really on letting go of some of the unhealthy tendencies here that are coming up. The Rising of the Dead, or the card that represents judgment here, comes up here, and it's in betwixt the Slave of the Sword and the Slave of the Pentacle. And the Slave of the Sword is reversed. The Slave of the Sword often represents, it's the Page of Swords here. It represents kind of spying, looking at things the way, maybe we shouldn't be, stalking on social media, trying to determine something without actually upfront asking a person or a situation here. Happy New Year. And in the middle of that, again, the rising dead. So it's really having you look at, what are you looking at that maybe you shouldn't be? What are you focusing on that maybe you shouldn't be? What information are you trying to gather? What are you kind of maybe stalking, spying, hoping for, but not really upfront, or at least I'm not really confronting in an upfront manner. The Slave of the Pentacle says, what have you been procrastinating on, and can you push forward into that? So I think that if we've been procrastinating on approaching something head on, there might be something that happens there with that today. And it's not like I'm saying you're going to go and talk to somebody or someone's going to come and talk to you. If this is, one of these weird push and pull situations, am I going to hear from this person, this situation, or am I not? And why can't I have control over this situation? There is an element of, not an element, a really major lack of control here, because we get the cubic stone reversed. And I know I'm holding the cards like this, but it's because if I hold it like this, they're like blinding, because live for some reason really messes up the lighting. So I do apologize for that. Yes, procrastinating is difficult, especially if you're working, especially if this is involved in feelings. How do I go about this? What do I do? What happens if I say this? What happens if I do this? Do I really have a right to say or do this? And yet there is no control here, because the cubic stone is the card of the emperor here. It's having authority, having control. When he's reversed, things are really out of our hands, is how it feels. So let's pull some cards here. We're going to use another twisty turny deck here, and we're going to use the Hermetic. I always want to call this one the Hermetic Tarot because the Hermit's on it. That is not true. This is the Hieronymus Bosch deck. I'm making up words here, guys. Let me get actually the little booklet for it, because I do so love the meanings that they put for these cards. They're not like the tarot, and neither is the Egyptian tarot here. They're very different, which is why I'm choosing them all today as we close out this year. No, the devil is not always bad when it comes out in a reading. It can also represent Capricorn. And sorry, I'm answering a question over here. If you're watching this and wondering why I'm suddenly talking about all this, it's because Letitia Cabrera, I'm sorry, I have really bad eyesight, just asked me, if the devil comes out in a reading, is it always bad? No, it's not always bad. I'd look into that more and also determine your own meanings with that. Sometimes it can literally just represent a Capricorn in your life. Sometimes in a relationship reading, if there's a lot of really great cards, it can just be that there's a certain pull in the union that just is magnetic chemistry. I sometimes see it as chemistry. But anyways, those are my meanings with it. Other people have different ones, and some people do see it as always bad. I don't. So let's pull some other cards here. Clarify anything else that we need to know as we close out 2019 and go into 2020 in terms of what's happening, what's coming up to be dealt with. Yes. It also depends on the deck. You have to look at the imagery and really determine, what the vibe is on it. Every deck is very different, unless you're just going from the very basic ones. Decks are different, and what the card is communicating with you, especially if you're a channeling reader like myself, will be different often. Okay. One more. Of course it's not going to be a simple, easy reading, but it feels refreshing, guys. It feels like a lot of uncomfortable, painful things that really weren't working out here. Again, things we've been really stuck on, but haven't been able to confront, just be upfront about, in terms of where we're dissatisfied, what isn't working for us, and how we actually want to move, how we actually want things to be and how we want things to move going forward here. It's really a sense of moving on here, because we're realizing that our lack of control in this situation hasn't been working, and I do think that we're actually finding a way forward here. 4 of Chalices, and then the 3 of Pentacles. Let me read little things from the book here, because I just really like this deck this way. So 4 of Chalices, the beach. It may be hard to breathe even when one is surrounded by the purest air. As you can see, there's like this fish thing, and he's just kind of sitting there. Fish can't breathe air. They have to be in water. So even if you're surrounded by the purest air, even if everything else in life is good, there's something that is kind of choking you out here in terms of life, something that is not working out and that you can't seem to move forward from. A fish doesn't have legs and feet and arms. It can't claw its way out of there. It can't walk out of that situation. So we're suffocating right here. It kind of feels like 3 of Pentacles now. We get the ability. It is not easy to rest. Sorry, it is not easy to rest on one's laurels if they are undeserved. So instead of resting where we are, it might be thinking, do I really deserve to just sit here and do whatever about this, or is there something that I need to do? It's really kind of a push and pull. Do I do something? Do I not do something kind of day? And Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups has you making a decision here. I think really looking within and seeing what's wrong. What is not working here? Seven of Swords, there's an element of hidden feelings of trigger. Now, maybe for some of you, trickery. Maybe for some of you, somebody acting in not the most kosher of ways, and not really being able to understand what's going on here. Whenever the Seven of Swords pops up, it's kind of a sneaky feeling. There's something about this that needs to be looked at a little bit further. Seven of Swords. So, he who takes advantage, the battle trophy of one who has never fought. Have you been taken advantage of in a situation, or are you trying to take advantage? Is this a situation where we have to recognize that maybe neither of us can take advantage of the situation where it is right now? Eight of Cups. Ooh, that was a really intense message. Somebody needed to hear that one. Sometimes there is no advantage to be taken, and sometimes nobody's taking advantage of each other. Even if it seems like in any other case, it would be exactly that. Ooh, okay. Eight of Cups. Wow. And I apologize if you guys are like new to the channel and this is the first reading. This is the way I read. I'm a very intuitive, very channeled reader. I'm not for the light readings of this is this and this is that and this is that. So I feel that a lot of people that come to me are actually psychics and readers themselves. So if it's going right over your head, it's just unfortunately one of those days. Sometimes we do get normal reads here though. But it is the end of 2019. So I feel like this is like a decade and of the last year of just all this energy coming up here. Yes, put those negative thoughts on the back burner and just start, being in the reality. What do we do and how do we, push forward in terms of not letting them get in the way anymore? Like you're saying, again, I'm referencing the chat here, but Eight of Cups, let's get on here. The Fair, every emotion is unique and must be experienced in a different manner. I mean, what I was just saying. Sometimes a situation where, this person's taking advantage of me, or this situation is taking advantage of me, this, that, the other thing, I want to put the blame on myself, or I want to put the blame on this person. I want to put the blame on something. Sometimes you can't. And sometimes, again, I'm going to repeat this one because I think this is the real kicker for this reading here. Every emotion is unique and must be experienced in a different manner. Mic drop it. All right, I'm leaving that one there. Take that one how you will, because that is a big message, and I think a lot of you need to hear it for different reasons. Journey to the Goddess Realm. We're going to look with my new deck here. It's by Lisa Porter. It's lovely. Let's finish it out with this. It is an awesome deck. And again, I'll use these in the other dailies and monthlies so you can get a better picture, because live really does ruin the quality of the video, man. All right. Pull one here for guys. Messages from the Goddess Realm. Yes, Oya, change. She is a babe. Let me just find it in this book here. They're all babes in this deck. I love it. It's all goddesses. Heck yeah. Change. She literally means change. So, African shape-shifting goddess Oya of the Niger River is the Lady of the Storms. Her name means she tore. She creates hurricanes and tornadoes through her whirling dress of fine cloth as she shakes and dances. She furiously moves in spirals, cracking her horsehair whip to summon winds, storms, and lightning. Her magic sweeps away the old in preparation for the new. Being a shapeshifter, she transforms into a water buffalo at will. Her vibrant presence alerts you to shake things up and move. Change is being called forth as your ways have become stagnant. Oya insists that change does not occur until you become the change. Oh, guys, that is the message. I mean, this reading, I knew there was a reading I had to go live. I knew there was a reason I had to go live today, because I barely have time to do any readings right now. And I was like, no, I got to. It's the last day of the year. We got messages. I just know it. So we can no longer repeat the old patterns. Get out of stagnations. There's no more time for monotony or an unfulfilled life. If you are not fulfilled, shake it up. Release your endorphins. Try something new. Speak your truth if you haven't. Do something. This is, it's 2020. Start living for you. Start making the changes and living the life that you want. I mean, what stops you? I've learned in 2019 that nothing stops you. The things that you think are the blocks are just challenges, and you can overcome them. I've done it myself. I've watched a lot of people this year that I've talked to, even my partner, like change and make some decisions and make really intense choices here to do what you love and have it really just work out the right way because you're meant to. And if you stay in that stagnation, if you keep doing what you're doing that isn't satisfying, if you keep keeping things in, whether it's going to go right or wrong, things need to be released and had a chance. They need to give something a chance here. This is big. Oof, big messages today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the weekly. I will do a little weekly for this coming week for you guys. I'm going to get the January 2020 readings out. I promise you guys I will. It's just been a really crazy time lately. And again, if you're booking a private reading right now, know that I will not be able to complete any more private readings now until after January 10th. So you can book in advance, and then I'll get right to it as soon as I'm back and able to do readings again. And yeah, again, all that information is right below this video in the description box. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. As a little thing tonight, because I'm actually celebrating the new year with my friends when they all come down. We're going to do a big party then. I'm actually just going to write down all the things I really want to release from this decade. Things that I don't want to be anymore, even patterns that I find myself in, poor behavior, things like that, or even people that I've lost. Write a little something, and I would say burn it. That's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to let that all go and really just, focus towards, who I want to be this year and who I want to be in the coming decade and the changes I want to see in my life and in myself. So, just a little thing, if you guys were unsure if, there was something you could do for the end of the year, I think that, for me, that just feels good. I like to burn things anyways. Witchy things, I just like to burn things. So it always helps me to release and let it go. And fire does do that nice clearing out. Maybe burn some cedar, maybe burn some sage. Sage yourself down as the new year, as we ring in the new year. Instead of popping champagne, light the sage. No, I'm kidding. But if you want to, that'd be fun too. I might do that. All right, guys. Have a wonderful and blessed new year. Can't believe we're entering 2020. This is crazy. Saying goodbye. This is the last time I'm going to talk to you guys this decade, so I'll see you in the next decade. Hashtag sage it. Have a wonderful and blessed new year. Namaste.